Hello, anybody who's watching this. Welcome to my reaction to Weapons by, well, I guess on Incognito Mode channel, but by Internet Historian. Previously known as Internet Historian Incognito Mode. Whatever. I don't know how to say it properly. Or title it. I'll figure it out. It's 33 whole minutes. So this is gonna be a hell of a ride. Let's do this. If you want to help out the channel, there's a link in the description below. You can send me recommendation of whatever you want. You can send recommendations through in the comment section below as well. Subscribe for more shit content.
Weapons. Weapons. Am I good with a weapon? Yes. Am I carrying weapons on me? Always. Pistols at sunset, the bullets don't reach that
You know they're
far.
an American.
Aha, check out this weapon I just made. Stay still. Predator missiles. They're working.
Wait, I forgot. Is he Australian or from New Zealand? Damn it.
In
Whatever.
league with the
Not American.
torpedoes.
I don't know
Tactical
how
airstrike. Why? What's
weapons are
air
there.
supposed to do? All this
That-
and more on
that's
this
what air is
episode
supposed to
of In the Battlefield.
Nice. I get it. Anyway, what do you mean you know what air's supposed to do? Haven't you seen Avatar? The movie from 2009?
Sorry if I sound weird. It's because I went to the Asian supermarket today.
Yeah.
Because we bought some
Ordinary
AstroTurf.
things.
Fake grass.
Yeah, I didn't want to take care of it, so we AstroTurfed some of the backyard, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks
Okay.
like shit. Anyway,
Uh,
the neighbor's cat has started shitting on the AstroTurf. What am I gonna? I can't just kill the neighbor's cat. I don't think I can get away with
You
that. I didn't
can.
want to get into it with the
You
neighbors either.
shouldn't.
Excuse me, do you know you've got a cat and it shits on like?
You can't police a cat in the same way that you can a dog.
That's right.
Cats are a law unto themselves.
So I went to the Chinese
Yeah.
supermarket, right? Because obviously the thing to do is
That's what I'm
to buy
thinking too.
about 3 liters of chili oil and then
Give
fill a
mine back.
weed sprayer with it and then just start spraying the whole garden in chili oil to the point where it just kind of turns red and then it starts trying to take a shit and then it goes, oh god.
It turns the grass red or it turns the shit red, and you're hoping that this is going to like scare the cat.
bit
So,
both.
something's going wrong here. This
I
is...
need to talk to a doctor. So, you know, the grass is looking a lot redder than it usually does.
Wait, this is the AstroTurf. So
Yeah.
you've essentially just dyed fake grass red.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And, you know, the whole place reeks of chili oil. And if the cat shits there anyway, then, boy, is he going to have won this war.
Could you not have just let the shitting continue? And
No, it's an outrageous amount of shit. He's taking like 3 shits a day. Like, he doesn't even keep it to the sort of back of the property where you wouldn't notice it. It's like right on the front. That's the first thing a guest would see. And then we've got a cat. And so people think, oh, you guys are just fucking dirty. Why don't you clean up after yourself? No, you don't. Yeah, so anyway, that's the reason I went to the Asian supermarket. And while I was
How is
there,
it weapon
there was some
related so
sour
far?
candy.
Ooh.
That's the full story of why I'm eating sour candy.
You could have just said, if I sound weird, it's because I'm eating sour candy. That whole story was... Okay. I understand going on a tangent, I do that myself, but still.
So you've seen the gay bomb, right?
I've heard of it. I'm fascinated by it naturally because it was theoretical, right?
Yes.
I love that Simon Fisher has put a rainbow.
I think
gay
the
bomb.
chief idea behind it was, okay, you make your enemy uninhibited
Uh-huh.
and extremely aroused, and then they are more likely in a non-combat situation to start doing it with each other.
Oh.
It wouldn't work in a fight. No one's gonna go, oh, I'm just too horny to fight, and they just start running at their own men in the...
Yeah, I'm assuming... I don't know what gay bomb is. I haven't seen any articles or anything in the videos like that. I've never heard of it. But I'm assuming it's gonna work... What is the word? Gonna make you more aroused. Like more... release some kind of hormones. So when you're in the middle of the battle, your adrenaline is probably pumping. Not probably, it's pumping through your veins and other hormones, so that's not gonna work because there's more priority in your brain. setup.
Opposite direction. But maybe it's a permanent change. You've got your wife back home and your kids. What if you come home gay? Sorry, honey. I gotta be my true self now.
This might really backfire because it might make the opposing army like even more bonded with one another. Because now they're just like, I gotta save my dude because like he's great. I love him. I'm just thinking now there's like
But
super
they're gonna do it irrationally, and that's how they lose.
elite gay army.
It's just you and me, skin on skin, stripped to the waist.
That are just so
Oh,
loyal
that's
to one another
Ricky
that they are
Gervais.
unstoppable.
Just like rolling in rainbow
I think
camouflage.
his friend has seen
Everybody's
before.
just like super afraid of them.
What about
Hopefully
guns?
incorporated.
You ever fired a gun?
Yeah, only a rifle. Yeah, I thought it was pretty neat.
When I was in America, I made a beeline for the gun range.
Yeah?
Went full hog. I wanted to see what it was like, and yeah, it
Yeah.
turns out, yeah, it really made me feel like a man.
People do say that though, you know, a bit dismissively, but there must be something absolutely instinctual about holding a weapon.
I've never shot. Yeah, that would be a correct sentence. I've never shot a gun. I've never used a gun. But my stepdad owns at least one, but the hunting rifle. No, I don't think it's rifles, just shotguns. Because he goes hunting sometimes.
You'll sort of notice it when if you ever go for a hike and you pick up a stick that just feels really well weighted to hold and you could use it like a weapon. I do
Yeah,
find
it's probably
myself
some
like
kind of
naturally carrying that around and just sort of feeling good. about it.
Evolutionary
Yeah,
thing.
it's the ultimate tool.
Yeah, I bet there's something about that. In the past, the ones that pick up a pretty good stick and just
Yeah.
walk around with it survive a lot more.
Absolutely.
Possibly, yeah.
It's so loud though.
Oh,
The same way as the people who didn't go like out in the dark survive. That's why fear of the dark is quite rational.
I can't stand how loud they are. Oh, silencers are banned in most states, I think. And it seems to me like the reason that
Okay,
that
so
legislation
barely
come into
any.
place is because everybody watches the movies and thinks that a gun with a silencer on it sounds like
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, like it's in Hitman, but it's actually just there so you don't go fucking deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still really
So
loud. I suppose you wouldn't be able to recognize that sound so regularly.
No. Can you silence a shotgun? Oh, you can. Actually, adds a degree of style to it. That's,
You
the
can
silencer is a bit.
You can fucking silence a tank. So anything below is kind of possible. Not some weapons probably not worth silencing. Like I don't know, like an anti-material rifle or something.
Bit like adding a mustache to a gun.
Yeah, it does make it look a lot cooler. You got to admit that much. Like
Oh,
that
definitely.
lame.
Oh.
Hey, that's like immediately. cool.
Handgun with a
Dun, dun,
silencer,
like,
yeah.
I even think he's
If
becomes
it's-
more handsome
Yeah,
between
look.
shots. You know.
Play it again. I'm going to close my eyes and just. This is welcome to America's favorite game show. Silenced or unsilenced? Alright. Well, I was definitely silenced.
Sounds, yeah.
Oh, it sounded like no,
Oh,
but
sorry.
I couldn't.
Oh,
really
it's a
tell.
different
Okay, how
weapon.
about this one?
That's right.
That is definitely
Silence.
not silenced. That is
Yeah.
full hog.
There is
Interesting.
kind of a similar sound, even though different weapons, but there is some kind of similar sound to it, at least what I hear.
Thing.
Again,
Silenced.
silence.
Okay, all four of those were silenced.
Ah, you tricked me.
I did.
You correctly guessed that it was behind a pillow.
That's a bloody good one, isn't it? Because that wouldn't silence anything. I mean, it might
Yeah.
make it quieter for the person who's getting shot. Why the hell else would that work?
I'm just gonna put the pillow on so it doesn't hurt your ears.
Thank you.
It will. I think it will. It will make it more silent, but not. I doubt it as good as an actual silencer. Because like when you, I'm going by the logic of when you scream into the pillow, it's not as loud, so it does work somewhat.
Pillow silencer.
120.7.
I like the idea that off screen it's just like someone tied to a chair.
Yeah.
So now we'll use the pillow. All right, Jerry.
Jerry? That's how he's got tied up.
Yeah.
What's the deal with airplane peanuts?
Oh, yeah.
But it only went up to
Oh, boy.
102 decibels. 120.7.
CNN goes fully semi-auto.
This is the AR-15.
Wait, what?
Right.
Oh.
A lot of people will buy this just because it's cool.
Why else would you buy a gun?
Is it illegal to look cool now? Is that what they're saying?
I'm sorry, I really dislike the sort of moral
It's not illegal. It's not illegal to own a weapon. It's illegal to look cool with it.
realistic tone there of just like, some people just buy this gun to be cool. Yeah, of course.
Isn't that the reason for half the things we do? You buy a slightly nicer car, or you cut your hair a certain way.
Did you just get that haircut to look cool? Yeah, man. Fuck off.
The defining characteristic of the AR-15 is the speed and power of the bullet.
That whole defining feature of a bullet is that they go fast and are powerful.
Yeah, well, it's no good if it bounces right off you. I do like, who
He just-
fired this bullet?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Just in context, he probably means like in comparison to other weapons, it's more powerful. Well, more powerful than a handgun and faster as well.
What the hell happened here?
That
Yeah.
looks like a classic like GoldenEye N64 bullet hole as well. It's classic.
You fire too many and these ones start disappearing. Alright, ordinary things, let's do gun lessons from people who also don't know much about guns, but I know a little bit. Do you know what the difference is between automatic, semi-automatic, pump action?
Pump action is the one
Yes,
where
that's
you've got to
pump
sort of, like
action.
jerk the gun off before it'll fire again.
Maybe he's gonna say it, but I'll try to say it before the. And I don't remember how it's called. Fuck.
Semi-automatic's more like do-do, do-do, do-do.
Yeah, one trigger pull,
Yeah, it's-
one bullet.
An automatic is like
Yeah, you hold it down and
Yes.
it goes all over the place.
It's a.
If I wanted to fire this on full semi-automatic, all I do is keep firing. Now I won't probably
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Quick translate that.
How do they both look like Tim Cook? He looks like Tim Cook and Mike Pence had a baby.
That's sweet. I don't like the way I can see the outline of his nipples through his shirt. I kind of feel like
Hey!
he's just
That just happens when you're a bit chubby, okay? I try to buy big shirts, but they're not always available, and ordering them online is not all the sizes also not always correct. Anyway,
we're like I don't.
Do you find it erotic? Can you not focus?
Yeah.
What I find distracting is that one seems much lower than the other.
Yeah. What's up with that?
because it's standing
It's
like
a
that. I
weapon
think.
designed to inflict maximum damage.
It's a weapon.
It's a gun.
And not enough people are
Oh.
using Nord.
That's quite
So much of
fast.
their private data
Less than
is
10
out in
minutes
the
in.
open. I have to show everyone why Nord matters.
Oh.
Here's the along to your plan. Pirating movies.
Making
I
it in the
call
s-
the police.
Making it in the style of Spider-Man is quite well timed because of the trailer.
Store his with history. That guy is gay. He's not buying that for his dog.
Are you sure it's COVID?
Sorry, wrong building. Chinese spy.
Yes, I'm just tired of being
Did you
single,
find
know.
some cream for that rash, Sarah?
This is a great ad. He's bleeding because of the gloves.
Looks like I'm too late to save you hundreds of dollars with region-specific pricing on funerals.
NordVPN has been killed.
Why?
I couldn't let you expose my secret. That I actually enjoy
Is that
playing
right?
Field of Tanks
Yeah.
Mobile. Goodbye.
You could have just used Nord, nobody would have known. Will Nord survive? Will the sponsorship contract be renewed? Find out
Oh, is
next
that why?
time on... Also, get a huge deal off 2-year plan, plus 4 free extra months, yay! Nord.com/incognito.
Shooting parts of him off.
Ad.
No! Nordman!
When I was a kid, there was this brand of sour
No.
candy called Toxic Waste. Do you
Nice.
get that in Australia?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Came in the little tub. I loved that stuff.
Oh, man. I've been addicted to sour.
I want to talk to him like this. With differences in Australia, in Russia, and whatever. Talk to ordinary things. I don't care. Talk to somebody from different country. Make a video out of it.
I can remember. And of course, you know,
That
the
would be fun.
more that you're told that you're not allowed something, the more alluring it becomes. I was about 5 or 6. I'd sneak some change from the kitchen counter. I would take a bit of a side
Go
route
to,
on the way home and go to the old dairy. And sometimes they would have this sour candy, and it was 5 cents a piece. And I'd go in there and I'd buy like $1 worth. I'd scoff it all down on the way home. One day, I got like $5 worth of coins. That gave you like 50 pieces, and 50 pieces is way too many to finish by the time you get home. So I had like half a bag full. I'm gonna have to hide this somehow. I'll just hide it under my shirt. And I walked into the house thinking no one's gonna be the wiser. And my sister, the first thing she saw, she's like, "What's under your shirt?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing." And I go running to my room. And maybe it was my mom or my dad, I don't know. They come, "Oh,
I wanna
nothing."
see what's
and I go
in it.
running to my room.
Keep out gamer at work, blowing stuff up, smashing cars, mastering moves. Leave food and drink at the door. Do not disturb.
And maybe it was
Oh, I don't want. Well, just different Fortnite things. And
my
then
mom
also
and my dad, I don't know, they come running after. They go, what is that? What do you got? What do you got? I then like ran out, and then I just ran to the neighbors. It was like being caught with drugs.
What
And
the
I knew
hell?
this neighbor kid, and I was like, "You gotta take this. You gotta take this." And he takes it and he hides it under the cushion and the couch in the lounge. And then I walk out the door of the neighbor's place. Nothing. It wasn't anything.
Still sweating from the sour candy as well. When I was a kid, my contraband was the
Jesus Christ.
violent horror movies and such.
Oh, no.
And I remember one time my dad drove me to a sleepover, and I wanted to bring some horror movies that I had squirreled away in my room.
This is great. Your mum's cleaning your room, and she like looks under your bed, and instead of like porno mags, there's just Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, in
and-
fact, that did eventually happen. And my
Oh.
dad got given a stern talking to.
All right, ordinary things. Let me tell you all about the birds and bees.
Oh, gee, Pa. Oh, shucks. I don't know nothing about all that business.
Then you take her boyfriend's face and you put it on your face, and that's when you run into the room.
Possibly inspired by watching Midnight Express, I like got the DVDs and like taped them to my torso under my t-shirt, and I was just sat next to my dad on the drive there.
So did you get caught?
No, I didn't. But
Oh, what? Isn't there a big square outline of your shirt?
I think I
It
put
should
like
be.
a jumper on as well. If I recall,
Okay.
actually, I remember my dad saying like, "Aren't you warm in that?" I think it was summer and already sweating. What if he catches me with Kill Bill Volume 2 under my shirt?
So did you watch the movie at the place?
So I don't think people were too impressed.
Right.
Do you want to watch this? Some guy gets his head cut off. No, man. Like, just want to talk about girls and stuff.
We're just trying to have a good time.
Yeah. Oh, I was hoping I could ruin all your nights.
Nice foot weapon.
People get a fake foot, they lose it in a...
Bar brawl of some kind.
Yeah, exactly.
Roy's foot weapon was in the movie. I wish I had memory, you know? But there was a movie, I think there was a zombie apocalypse of some kind. Like in quite a like trash style movie. And there was a girl who had like a gun in her not instead of her leg, but she didn't have her leg, she had a prosthetic leg, and on that prosthetic leg there was a gun. Okay,
So
whatever.
they give you a
Shut up.
fake foot. So what would you do if you could have like any sort of fake foot become a weapon? What would the weapon
Oh, a
be?
weapon.
Well, how about
I want to say like rocket power, like Iron Man, but a weapon.
looks like a normal foot, but then I take it off and it's just like one big titanium spike.
Yeah.
You could like twist it off and replace it with other things like a snooker cue or one of those like grabbers.
Okay, so this isn't really
Why?
a weapon. This is a multi-tool.
Yeah, I think so.
You
I
want
would-
like a Swiss Army foot.
Yeah, a multi-tool, multi-foot.
That would be quite good. You're caught in the wilderness or whatever, and then you've just got a whole bunch of tools in there.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, no problem. Let me start a fight. I would probably have it would be a gun for sure.
This is when you're in the woods, is it? Well, see, well, I'm next to you right now. I've got my multi-tool, and I've just like twisted my axe attachment on, and I'm just like kicking wood. I'm kicking trees down.
Yeah, I'll shoot you, and then I'll take your multi-tool.
You won't have the twisty bit.
Yeah, you've got it like a key.
Exactly.
It'll click out of one.
The one of them is like a wheel powered by an engine that if I just balance on that one wheel, I can like go around like Rosie in the Jets.
That's a
Oh,
good
shit,
thing.
That would be good. Like those
Yeah.
wheelie shoes, but it's diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like not even diesel, but just something electric. And you come home and just plug your your food into a fucking outlet, That would be nice.
As a someone who's
Where's my
completely
voice?
normal and well-adjusted, I have thought about if you were to kill someone, like what would be the best way to get away with it.
Yeah.
You know, people could have these elaborate plans of kill him and I'll like burn the body in the bath. Nah. The best way is just to find them on the street, let off 2 rounds, and just walk away, hood up.
Yeah.
No fuss, no muss.
I think you're right. Right. Let's plan a murder.
Brilliant.
Because I don't understand how it's done in the modern day, and someone gets away with it.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm trying to kill you, right?
Cool. Yeah.
So first I have to find your address. I'd have to go to England. So now there's records of
that's
me
where England
searching
comes
your
from, okay.
address. There's records of me being in the country. I then have to get to your
No records for searching for address if you use NordVPN.
place. I rent a car or I take an Uber, and then all along that route are cameras that are tracking the license plate of the car I'm in. And I've got a phone on me, and that's being constantly picked up on every cell tower.
Yeah, the first thing you want to do is leave your phone at home. If you're Ubering to your murder, I think, like...
Let's say I Uber within 5 kilometers of your place,
Okay.
and then I just start walking to your place. The whole route is going to have cameras along it. I get to your place, and what do? I like knock on the door, and then you answer it, and then I have to go like bang. Everybody sees. Look at this dude. No, okay. Nope. That means I need to break into your place. What do you do from there? This is becoming so difficult.
I say you got to smash the window in and make it look like a robbery gone wrong.
Bang. On the way out, I steal the DVDs real quick and just put them in my shirt. Then I guess you just sort of take off running. It'll still be a robbery gone wrong, and so they'll still start tracking these cameras.
Yeah.
They'll just start following the line.
We got him.
Yeah,
I think you're putting too much faith in the CCTV system. I think it is quite
That is
powerful,
also true,
but not
but-
everywhere.
Right. Anyway, point is, it's impossible ordinary things. It cannot be done.
Never is important. That's why people don't die anymore.
I just think, you know, if aliens are real, that just completely changes the way everyone sees the world. It'd be amazing.
Maybe. What do you reckon the alien weapon would be?
Well, the anal probe is the classic.
Well, I see the world like the aliens already here, so my worldview doesn't change.
When combined with the gay bomb, it stops being a
That
weapon.
is not a weapon. It's a medical analytical tool.
That's a
Yeah,
good point.
true.
Do you reckon they clean the probe between analyzing humans?
Depends what the
No.
aliens are doing with the probing. Are they just measuring butthole circumference for their files?
Yeah, what could be done there that wouldn't just be easily done with some sort of alien pill or an X-ray? I reckon they pull out that probe, go, this is fucking disgusting.
To be fair, something like a probe would be like a weirdly old tech in comparison to a fucking spaceship.
And then they just shoot everyone up the airlock. They go, another one.
They're all gross.
Even
is
humans have like scanners and such. I feel like alien spaceship would have something like that in a medical bay, or if there are, if it's a ship that came to observe and to research. I feel like there will be a lab, and that's where everything would be, not a fucking probe.
Every time.
I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. This is horrible.
You would think there would be just as much mouth probing as there would be.
Hopefully not with the same probe. If you were going
No
into an
urethra
medieval
probes,
battle,
please.
What's your choice? You know, they're all on a wall. Which do you pick? Which way, Western man?
I've heard a scythe is pretty useless in battle.
A mace, though. I think a mace is good stuff.
Right.
Like, it can bludgeon, it's sharp, it's easy to use.
I don't particularly want any of these, to be honest.
That's picky. Wouldn't go with the scythe. I'm actually not here for the battle. Just the battlefield is...
I feel like sword is the safest choice. If you can't make a full swing, the mace wouldn't be as useful. But sword, you can still stab it without any kind of... Is that a drawback? I don't know.
It's just in need of a bit of a trim.
So if I could have any weapon, it would just be like this.
Sword and shield. I mean, it's a
Spear?
classic for a reason.
Let's say you and me, one-on-one, right?
All right.
So I've got the spear, you've got the shield and sword. Who do you reckon wins?
I reckon me.
Reckon?
I just got to bide my time and get you to
Yeah.
stick the spear into the shield, and then I'm just cutting your spear in half, and you're done.
I don't think you're blocking anything with that shield.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, I think I'm poking at you, and you're moving your shield around, and then I managed to get just a little bit behind your shield at one point, and then I just press in.
You can't get my fingers, though. That's cheating. That's not fair.
Let's see, like, spear versus sword.
Spear versus sword. Brilliant.
We can put some money on it.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I see.
But
yeah,
it's a sword without a
sticking
shield.
He's gonna try and stick him good.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
I like the spin technique. Like, so you don't know when it's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Spin technique is so fucking good. I've seen it in Dr. Stone when there was, I think there was a spring or something. And the spear was just moving out.
The charge is the thing. As soon as the spear guy has
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
got you to stop within spear distance, it's game over. Spear wins. The key is not to be spooked by the spear.
Yeah, don't fear the spear.
Charge in like a motherfucker.
I think spear will win weapon versus just weapon. But with the shield, you would have
Like
more of a chance.
Bank robber and half dressed like a beekeeper.
Yeah, now that you've pointed that out, yeah. Give me all your bees. Where's the queen?
Well, it is the
Just back on Maces,
fencing
what do you
kind
think
of
of this?
outfit. Oh shit.
Morning Star.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll fuck me up
Morning
pretty
Star is
good.
You know
awesome.
what the problem is with this weapon? It's got so many points, and they're like, if you hit someone right in the head with it in the heat of battle,
stuck.
it is liable to get stuck, and then
Yeah.
you're in the situation where you're like trying to pull it out of someone's head, and then someone puts something in your head.
That'd be a bummer to clean too. Like this thing would not go in the dishwasher very well at all. What's the like really weak version of this? Like you could have this ball, but instead of spikes, you've got those like fingernail Cheetos. That'd be pretty good.
I'm trying to
So
think
you
of like
just
a
break?
Nerf version of the Morning Star.
I like the idea of this. If it was much, much smaller, like the head was half the size of a golf ball, and it had these tiny little prongs, it would be exceptional for serving olives.
Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Right? You could take one of these, and then you just put like a dog too on it, and then you just chase people around the battlefield because no one wants to get the dog shit on them, you know?
That's true.
You'll be feared on the battlefield.
It's like when
Sure,
fish
what a
go to
tactic.
prison. Obviously, I'm not strong. I don't have the option of like going up to the biggest guy.
That actually is a tactic in Drifters anime. Because you can get disease if the shit gets into your bloodstream.
In there.
So
and
powering arrows
that
in
wouldn't
it
go
and
well.
stuff
Your
like that
only other option
is
is
a
to just act
valuable
like
tactic.
the craziest
Viable.
fucker possible. I have shit on a stick, utterly unpredictable, terrifying human being.
If you spill...
But only one. Meh.
Why is this funny
Just
to me?
smear a little
if
bit.
you spill your apple juice
Right.
over the front of your shirt, can you just pop back to your cell and throw on another shirt?
Surely.
Or you're like, oh, that's my only one, and then you have to walk around as the guy with apple juice down the front of your shirt.
They must have a wardrobe. They must have a place where they put their pants and socks and toothbrush shivs and all sorts. That's a weapon. The toothbrush shiv.
Just on the sink.
Shivs.
Is that like a little
Yeah.
Derringer pistol? Sergeant Hal Birchfield.
Oh, everyone had those mustaches back in the... When are they coming back?
I can't really grow a mustache very well, so I'd be a bit
Same.
upset if that happened.
Really?
I have a mustache,
Let
but
me-
it's a bit of a Howard Hughes sort of like pencil mustaches.
Hold on a minute. Let me have a
That's
look at
kind of the
this.
same.
Oh, yeah.
See what I mean? I've got what I
The
like to
big
call
gap.
the anti-Hitler. I can't grow it in the middle.
I don't know if this is racist.
Okay, continue.
Have you ever noticed how people from Eastern Europe tend to have that sort of facial hair? The same sort of facial hair that you do?
To be honest, I can't say I
Yeah.
have noticed that, but I'm willing to go ahead with it.
Serbian man.
All these men have thick mustaches, so I'm not sure your theory.
But
Slavic
I know what
man.
he's talking about. Hey,
Yeah, no,
PewDiePie.
it's all falling apart real quick.
I'm amazed that you've typed in Slavic man and none of them are squatting.
You know what? This theory sucks. These people will have regular moustaches. I don't know why you proposed it, to be honest. It's kind of racial and it's not true. While we're on racist things, I've got one more.
Go on.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
please, continue.
Weapons
Have
video.
you ever noticed that Asian people,
Oh.
when they park their car,
Go on.
always park their car backwards into the car space?
That
Do they?
I cannot say that I've spent enough time observing other people parking, let
Here's my
alone
experience, right? I live...
Well, again, I'm gonna say my experience, which is there aren't that many races in Russia. Like there are black people in some cities, but not small ones. Like there's nobody. I want to say like there's only white people, but it's not true because there are a lot of races, just not with people outside, like in Europe and such, would consider normal, regular, common. It's like people from Azerbaijan and from Armenia, stuff like that, Uzbekistan, all that stuff. I guess they were ex-USSR, so they are ex-USSR. They were part of USSR, I think. So probably that's why, but there are not a lot of actually Asian people and like black people. They still are, but not a lot. None in my city.
Near
Probably because it's a town.
Right, I love it.
Anyway.
I love going down there, shopping there all the time. Where you normally see people parking, they just, you know, drive forward, straight in. But for some reason, every time the local residents here park, they reverse in. And I'm thinking, like, is it something they are culturally taught that has some sort of advantage? Okay, in an emergency, you can drive out faster. Is that what it's about? Is it like, oh, I want to show off my car? Yeah, look at the front, much nicer.
That's interesting. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it is representative of a culture that forward plans.
Ordinary things, bigot confirmed. If you're done with your racist tirade, ordinary things, I'd like to move back onto the topic at hand.
I do have an Asian
Just because you have an
weapon
Asian
story.
friend does not make you not racist. Wait.
Have you ever been to Cambodia?
No, I haven't.
When I was there back in the day, I got in their taxi and the guy was like, "Oh, you're new here?"
Shit,
And
I
I
wish
was
I could
like, "Yeah,
travel."
yeah, obviously." And then he said, "Do you want to go to the firing range?" And I was like, "Yes." You can use a machine gun. You can use some handguns. I was like, "That's sick." And then he went up a level and was just like, "If you got $200 American, you can even fire a rocket launcher at a cow."
No way. You said yes,
At a
right?
cow.
I will admit that the option did intrigue me, but I was pretty broke back then, so and also it would have been a
Right.
bit gross, and maybe I would have felt a bit ashamed of myself. Don't get me wrong, I went.
You can probably shoot not a cow, but still shoot a rocket launcher for $200, and I don't see a problem.
I didn't use the rocket launcher, but I did hock a grenade, which was
At
fun.
the cow?
Oh, killer confirmed. Oh, you threw a grenade? What was that like?
Yeah, it was great.
Was it spooky?
I was scared. The guy, he could tell.
Oh, God. This nervous Englishman is going to drop it into his shoe or something.
But I also saw the pen where they had all the sheep and cows.
Oh, no. Their little nervous faces. I'd be nervous that, like, the pin wouldn't want to come out that easily. And so I'd hold it in one hand and then pull the pin. But then I'd also pull the grenade out of my hand
What the
at the same
fuck?
time. If you were to just play football with a grenade...
Don't cover your hands in butter when you try and to play with a grenade. Jesus Christ.
Would it ever explode as long as the pin didn't come out?
I
Says a person that never held a grenade in his life, but
think
you know.
not, because the whole point, if I recall, the pin is creating a chemical reaction with something like a piece of metal that something's connecting.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a better question. You pulled
Okay.
out the pin, right?
Yeah.
Do you think
It's
you
like a
would be
firecracker.
capable of pulling that out with your teeth?
No.
Really?
It wasn't quite like a key of a car, but it was like there was a bit more of a
Sounded
mechanism to it.
Ah,
Yeah.
I don't know what that
interesting.
means.
'Cause I've seen that with, like, you know, there's Tom Cruise at the end of...
Why does it say pounds? He's Australian and he's English. And it says pounds, my
that
god.
movie that's on the screen right now. And he's got, like, a mouthful of grenade pins at the end. And haha, I've defeated the big bad. And I was always wondering, like, oh, I bet that's not that easy to
They
do.
are amazing.
I didn't realize you had the expertise.
If I'm
I don't know, 7 to 10 pounds. I can. I don't know. I don't know that measurement, but I think it would be possible. It would be very, very difficult, and you have to have like very strong teeth. Mine will fall out, but maybe someone like Tom Cruise actually can do it. I don't know.
completely honest, I didn't really feel like much of expertise. I could only afford one.
It's funny, the guy who's editing this, he's ex-army.
Oh, really?
So he's probably, like, laughing at us right now. Because I'm sure he's got all sorts of experience with, like, grenades and tanks and shit.
Tanks. I'd like to drive a tank. That would, I mean, wherever lets me do that, that would be sweet.
You can't drive one over a cow. Would you go back to Cambodia now?
Yes, if only for the breakfast. The Cambodian breakfast is exceptional.
Really? Why?
It's like pork and rice, but my god, the pork is absolutely delicious. My core memory of the 3 weeks I spent there was just like
Well, it's tasty because it's freshly killed pig. Is that where the pork from? Let's say pig. It was just killed with a grenade.
getting up every morning and being
Some
like,
Englishman
another
threw it.
breakfast, please, delicious, yum yum.
I gotta tell you, there's no breakfast food that I like. But in, like, Asian countries, it's like, what's for breakfast? Well, like, duck and chili on rice with some green beans. Yeah, perfect.
You're setting yourself
We should stop the stereotype of having breakfast food. Breakfast, dinner, fuck that. The food is the food. Deal with it, just eat the fucking thing you want at any time of the day you fucking want. Maybe there's some kind of medical reason for this. And maybe that's why my stomach is in such shambles. My digestive system. Anyway.
Up for the morning, you
But
should
the
be
food's
loading
the
up.
food.
The biggest
This
meal of
makes
the day
sense in
should
my
be in
mind.
the morning. That's when I start my morning. I have sausage, eggs, bacon, the whole 9 yards.
Wait, what?
Perfect.
You're setting yourself up for the morning. You should be loading up. The biggest meal of the day should be in the morning. That's when I start my morning. I have sausage, eggs, bacon, the whole 9 yards. I just get up and cram my little gullet with food.
I also wonder whether it's like the cuisine that is in European and Western societies required so much preparation that there were only certain things that you could get done by breakfast time.
Yes, I think in other countries.
Yeah,
if
that's what I'm
someone's-
thinking, is that just after you wake up you don't want to cook a lot, so you just make something quickly, like eggs. Eggs, bacon is a classic thing that I've never eaten. Just like some sandwiches with some tea or stuff, maybe coffee. Just something easy.
Job to get up really early and cook for like everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're trying to say. It's that you didn't drive a tank in Cambodia because they park them all backwards.
Alright, something serious,
Excalibur,
finally. Fuck
sword
the
in the
tank.
stone.
What's the one that's found in a lake with a lady?
That is also
Lady of the
Excalibur.
Lake.
I
Is it?
think one of the stories is that when King Arthur dies, he just like tosses it in a lake.
Ah, no man can pull the sword from this stone. These strong men come along and they're pulling at it and smudging up the handle. Up
Those
come
are
Arthur.
soldiers and
please.
guards.
Oh, go on then, sir. Can I ever go on the swording the jig?
Oh, we'll all be laughing at you, kid, but go on. I guess he lubes it up and then he just pulls it
Yeah,
out.
it's easy for him. That's the idea, isn't it? That means he gets to be king, which is an interesting system of governance. I reckon we should
Yeah.
go back to whoever's the strongest gets to be the leader.
I like
No.
that idea. Once in a while, I do
I
see
hate
someone who's
that.
kind of weak and pathetic, and I think, why do you get to be
I guess that will change power in Russia. That's the only thing probably that can change it, but
in charge?
I
that
think
would
it should
good.
be whoever's the strongest or who's ever slept
The
with the most
mountain.
women.
Hey, now you're thinking. But how would you prove that you would sleep with the most number of women in order to become the king?
But let's say that law get passed. You, as an actual, like, still president, you're gonna be the king. You're gonna pay all your money for those women that just have sex with, and you win.
Just like the idea that a guy would show up and just be like, yeah, I'm running for president, and here is a list of 50 women, you can call them up. Here's a few kids that look like me for proof.
It's like a bad list of references.
Yeah.
Hey, can I use you as a reference? Oh, yeah.
What, are you running for president? So instead of having a sex scandal, he would be like, yeah, it turns out he wasn't having that many affairs.
Oh, no, he's loyal to his wife. What's going on?
Get him out of there.
How hard is it to put a sword in a stone?
That's a really good point.
That would be much more difficult than pulling it out of the
Yes.
stone. So the guy who put it in there, that should be the guy who's the king.
Further.
Okay, what else we got for mystical weapons? Poseidon has a trident.
Poseidon's trident.
I thought Horadar is the name, and then I read Merlin. Yeah. Fuck your slang. Well, again, if it's a magical sword, then it's a magical way to put it in. So, but if you go with the real life rules, if you put it in, like without breaking the stone in any way, it just like perfectly cuts through. You can pull it out easier than you get to put it in, but if you put it in and then it'll be there for years, some erosion might happen, like the moss could grow and it's just gonna get stuck there. And then you will need an actual strawman to do it, or you can break the stone, I don't know.
Good one, yeah. So he can command the sea with that, can't he? He can like make the waves move, make the fish fuck each other, something like that.
If your
Well,
trident
that might be too
controls
much.
the ocean, what's the point of like the pointy bit? Like he's not using the trident as well as a weapon, right? Wait, what's the point of a
He
trident?
does.
That's a good point. Yeah, actually, what has a trident got to do with the sea?
What is a trident? Is it used for catching
I
fish?
just don't know.
Yeah,
I
probably.
never thought about this. There's a three-pronged spear. It is used for spearfishing.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it does make sense. If you're like going at a school of fish, you want as many prongs as you can get.
Yeah. What you'd really want is a five-pronged spear, right? Because, see, this is 2D.
Explain why is 5 better than... No.
Okay, hold on. It goes down like that.
Yeah.
Is he gonna make it go to
Now, if you've got a spear
3D?
that goes like this, then, oh shit, I missed it. Or
Like
the fish
that,
was over
and then,
here,
yeah.
and so I missed it. So what they're doing is they're making 2 more prongs.
Nice.
But that's only 2D. What you really want is 5, because...
Yeah, I mean, that is superior.
And oh no, why is there still 5 minutes?
I think,
Good point.
in contrast to this extremely bloodthirsty and violent episode, we should walk through a meadow, holding hands,
All right.
into the sunset.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that for about 3 seconds until the
Yeah.
editor gets bored. Yeah.
No, all right. Outro.
Right, first thing I'm going to do is fill in that mustache gap.
No, stop it.
I've got a permanent
Stop doing
marker in
that.
one hand, and I'm holding your head down with the other.
Oh yeah, well I'm hacking the mainframe, and I'm gonna turn your webcam on.
No, don't.
Hey everyone, he's a furry. He's wearing his fursuit now.
How about this, right? I'm going to be an unsuspecting victim, and you are going to be an assassin.
Brill. Okay.
And if you
I wonder why is he hiding his face and name? I guess like he doesn't want to get noticed in public. That does make sense, but I wonder if there's a specific reason for not showing yourself and
manage to kill me, then the episode ends.
just having
Otherwise,
your personal life very, very separate from your actual life. No, personal life from the character you play in your videos.
I'm just going to keep rambling.
Okay, well I'm coming up
Wait.
behind you.
Episode ends. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep rambling.
Oh no, I can't see. Is it cut? Like I see 4 internet historians, but 3 ordinary things. I guess he's just partly there because it's cut the same way this screen is.
Okay, well I'm
It's a very
coming up
weird
behind
job.
you with
Get
a
better,
plastic
editor.
bag, manhunt style.
Hey, you can't just walk into my house. I keep the door locked.
That's why I kicked it in with my muscles.
I heard that. Now I've run up to my panic room. I'm on the phone with the police.
Don't worry, the police are in my pocket.
Bribed the entire police.
It was easy. Now I'm gonna put some C4 round the corners of your panic room, and I'm gonna blow this bitch up. Button press.
I now open the door with my scythe, and I begin
Oh,
to
no.
sweep at your legs.
Keep back.
Ah!
Swish, swish. Now the hunter has become the hunted.
Get away! I'll swat your hand away and pull out a funky-looking knife.
Oh no, it's got dog do on the end of it.
Get away!
All right.
Get in your panic room.
I'm now running up the stairs and doing a very difficult action for the editor to keep up with.
Don't worry, I'll make it easier for you by flinging a shuriken into the back of your head.
Yeah, I like the idea that I'm running away, right? And mid-sentence.
We've got to end this episode, and I'm going to end it by ending you.
Okay.
I break down your door, and I start throwing some shurikens at you.
Ah, too late. I have picked up a wooden table and...
Well, that's okay, because that was just my distraction for my real
The
plan,
gun.
which is to feed you this delicious poisoned apple. You cannot resist its juicy goodness.
I already had breakfast.
Oh, what did you eat?
It was some duck, some chili, and some green beans from Cambodia.
God, that sounds absolutely delicious. I've really lost the
That
appetite
sounds
for
nice,
murder.
even though I
Would
haven't-
you instead like to hold
I haven't
hands
tried any
and
of
have a
those.
delicious Cambodian breakfast?
That sounds lovely. Maybe we could kill a cow as well, like you did in...
Oh, a
It's not
happy
canon.
ending.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't a cow, was it a child? A small Cambodian refugee. They had survived a much worse
A little
country
orphan.
and finally made it to Cambodia. The place where they could finally prosper, but then they ended up in a hole, receiving the bad end of a grenade from ordinary things.
This is rubbish. Let's try something else.
Yeah. Everyone, go to your computer right now. Type in tickets to Syria.
Comma.
What happens if I destroy my passport? How do I renounce my citizenship?
How to buy ammo on deep/dark web.
How to smuggle cash on plane?
Do X-rays detect LSD? They don't. Save you a Google there.
Wow.
Hey.
What's like a shitty version of Pablo Escobar?
No outro this time. Video is over. Was there some weird recommended videos there? Well, which one do you want to watch?
Minecraft cancelled? New allegations. Hashtag cancel adult. Hashtag is trending. What the hell? Top 10 horniest characters. Mickey Mouse. Yeah, sure. He is. Is Spider-Man actually illegal? Giving monkeys DMT. I don't know what DMT is. Summoning real Sassy Baka. You won't believe what he did. Fail compilation Afghanistan edition. Illegal memes. Again, Spider-Man is illegal, so that makes sense. Largest object in the universe. Your mom, of course it is. Why I'm quitting YouTube forever. That makes sense. There are probably 1,500 of those released every fucking second. And they're real.
You should watch one of my videos on the main channel. I like watching myself and listening to myself.
Yeah, me too. Is one of my videos in the recommended? No? That's fine. Doesn't matter.
No, I haven't watched your videos in ages. No. Is it just me? Or do you also have, like, tremendous contempt for the audience?
Hate them. Can't stand them.
Like, I hate the fans.
They're the worst. I want to turn a weapon on them and then onto myself.
I just want to tell them, fuck off.
Oh no, the video's still going!
Someone just turned the lights off in the lounge. Quick, cause a distraction.
Quickly.
Uh-oh. Now the Spanish version of this same video has started playing. Wait, quick, what's the Spanish word for weapons?
Armas. Armas! Kesca, armas!
Oh, I was about to do that.
We could have done, if I was there, we could have done a Russian version.
Doing
the
doing the Spanish intro, baby.
Okay, maybe
I'll never
something
be
like,
there.
Welcome to this Spanish version. It is exactly the same content. Instead, it is a lot sexier. A beautiful weather woman has entered the room.
Oh,
and
yeah,
we shall
the weather woman.
make sweet music together.
Is this the weather woman that was dumped or broken up with by the, I think, CSGO player? Something like that?
And then we just like click
because she was distracting him from gaming. From training.
It's gonna be a 10-minute outro.
And then I drowned myself in the toilet.
Yes.
Hitman style.
Alright, bye, ordinary thing.
Okay. Weapons in Russian is оружие. Anyway. Оружие. Weapons. Оружие is a weapon. Anyway, nobody asked. And nobody ever will. There was a trip. This definitely was a trip. And a lot of it had nothing to do with weapons. The ad had more to do with weapons than most of the video. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. I don't really care about weapons. You can get weapons relatively easy in Russia. Just need to go through some tests. Mental tests, and then you need to buy them. You need to have a license, is what I'm saying, and then you can get them. But not like AR-15s or something like that, just probably a handgun at most. Maybe it depends. I don't know. I've never looked into it. I don't care. Nobody's gonna come rob me. If somebody gonna come rob me, I'm gonna look with that person for something valuable in my fucking house. Anyway, thank you. Anybody who watched this, I appreciate it a lot, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Have a great life. Because one of us has to.